Stop everything you are doing right now and do not keep scrolling, because what I am about to tell you is not a coincidence, nor is it a random encounter you stumbled upon while looking for distractions. There is an urgency in the air that you have been feeling but cannot name, a call that insists on knocking at the door of your spirit before the time for a complete shift closes. You arrived here because your inner self recognized the frequency, and I am here to reveal to you what has been hidden from you, the reason so much effort has felt like walking in circles, and the truth about what is blocking the harvest you have been waiting for. This is a defining moment, and I need you to stay focused, because I am not speaking to everyone. I am speaking only to you. Are you still with me? Take a deep breath now, because I want you to recognize what I am about to say. If you feel deep in your soul that this encounter was not planned by chance, I want you to declare that now, to seal your commitment to the truth. Type the word yes in the comments and come back to me. There are signs that have been repeating in your journey, and you know they are not coincidences. Perhaps it is that constant waking at the same hour of the night, when everything around you is silent and your mind races for no apparent reason. Or perhaps it is a feeling of emptiness in conversations that once made sense, an uncontrollable urge to step away to hear yourself, or even that tiredness that no amount of rest seems to cure, a depletion that comes from the inside out, as if you have been carrying a weight that is not yours. If at least one of these signs has touched you and made your heart beat a little faster, know that this is the confirmation that you are being prepared. Your spirit is trying to align with something new that wants to find you. Type the number 777 in the comments now. This is the number of confirmation for your call, and every digit you write is your yes to what is coming. Type 777 and come back to me. Now pay attention, because we are going deeper. You have been repeating patterns of exhaustion, pulling on a rope that is no longer tied to anything, trying to hold on to situations that, in truth, should have been left behind. You strive. Attention!
Do you feel like you're carrying an invisible weight? Your mind tired, your heart tight, anxious about tomorrow? That anguish, that fear of the future, the isolation. It seems like you're alone in this struggle, without hope. But deep down, you long for peace, for a new way of living, lighter and with unshakable faith. That's why I present The Path to Inner Peace, your daily guide to finding calm, faith, and courage. It's a 30-day journey, a daily devotional for a lighter, more confident, and purposeful life. And this transformation is already a reality for hundreds, as you see. Your story begins now. Secure your access now. Click the first pinned link in the comments.
You sacrifice, you give more than anyone else, and still the door seems to stay closed. This is not because you are not capable, but because you have been trying to force an entry where you do not belong. You have been confusing your faith with your anxiety, and this excessive effort has been the block that keeps you from seeing the clarity the heavens want to deliver to you. It is as if you have been trying to light a flame in a place where the wind blows constantly, without realizing that the fire you seek is not outside. It is kept within you, waiting only for you to stop fighting the current. It is not about doing more, it is about being who you were created to be. And there is more. Do not stop now, for what lies beneath this pattern is far more revealing than you imagine. There is a clear image the heavens showed me about your life today. Picture an ember, alive, hidden beneath cold ashes that have piled up over the years. The ashes of fear, disappointments, the opinions of others, and the hurry that was imposed on you. They have covered your shine, but the ember, my child, the ember still burns. It never went out. It only needs you to breathe on it with your own truth, with your willingness to recognize yourself. If this image of the ember, hidden under the ashes, touched a place in your soul, you cannot even explain. Declare your perception now. Type the phrase, "I see it," and come back to me. You have been living as if the world depended solely on your shoulders, holding up people, problems, and expectations that keep you from sleeping. How many times did you smile on the outside while inside you felt like you were falling apart? How many times did you ask yourself why things seem so much heavier for you than for others? I heard every time you wondered if it was still worth it. Every time discouragement tried to convince you that you are just a survivor. But I tell you now, you were not born just to survive. You were born to thrive. And your sensitivity is not a weakness. It is the sign of your choosing. You are someone who feels what others ignore, and that is why you have carried so much. But understand this weight no longer belongs to you. There is a protection you have not yet noticed. Something that has been guarding you in the moments you thought you would fall. If you feel there was a hidden force that kept you from collapsing when everything seemed lost, declare your protection now. Type in the comments, "Nothing can touch me." This is not just a phrase. It is a decree from one who knows they have been supported by the unseen. Type it and come back to me. Stop everything you are doing right now. Do not keep scrolling. Do not try to ignore the weight you feel in your chest at this moment. There is a reason you stopped here, a reason that does not belong to chance or coincidence. I know you have been carrying a silence that no one around you can understand. You feel that your life has become a succession of waiting, as if you are always on the edge of something that never materializes. As if there were an ember, a single vital flame, hidden beneath a mountain of cold ashes. These ashes are the years of disillusionment, the failed attempts, the words you swallowed to avoid hurting anyone, and the nights when your soul screamed in silence for a little relief. But pay attention, the ember is still alive. It did not go out. It is only protected by the cold you created around yourself to survive. If you feel that this flame is still burning inside, waiting for the right breath to ignite your destiny once again, type the number 777 in the comments. This is the number of confirmation that your essence has not died. Your fingers typing this are your spirit saying yes to what is to come. Now stay with me because we need to go deeper. You know, many times you look at your own reflection and do not recognize yourself. You look in the mirror and see someone carrying a tiredness that is not just physical. It is a tiredness of the soul, a weariness from trying to hold the world on your back without ever being held by anyone. You wonder if you were born only to be the pillar for others, the fortress that cannot fall, while your own structure creaks under the invisible weight of responsibilities. If this image of the ember under the ashes describes exactly your current condition, if you feel you have been living a half-life while your true self waits hidden, type the phrase, "I see it." By typing these two words, you seal within yourself the recognition that your transformation has begun now. Type "I see it" and come back to me. Do not stop now, for what has been trying to keep you in this state of lethargy is not just tiredness, it is an invisible resistance that does not want you to awaken. There are forces that feed on your doubt and would rather see you dimmed, living on the surface. But what you carry, that flame that causes this tightness in your chest, is what makes you dangerous to mediocrity. You have been carrying the weight of an entire family, of friends who come to you only to draw your energy, and of situations that seem never to end. You feel exhausted from always being the strong one, always the one who understands, always the one who gives in. But today, I want you to understand something. It is not your fault that you have not won before. It is that you were playing the game of survival when in truth, you were called to the game of purpose. And for that purpose to manifest, you need to position yourself in a new way. Do you feel that something has been trying to drain your strength every time you decide to change your life? If you feel this resistance and understand you need greater coverage, type in the comments, "Nothing can touch me." This is not just a phrase, it is a decree of protection that cuts any line of influence that tried to bind you until now. Type it and come back to me. Feel now this presence that is with you. I'm not speaking to everyone. I'm speaking to you specifically. I see your story. I saw every time you cried in the shower so no one would see your tears. I saw the nights you stared at the ceiling at 3 in the morning, questioning if there was any point in continuing to fight. I saw the moment you almost gave up on everything, but something held you back. I'm here to tell you that this time of isolation was necessary so you would stop seeking recognition from people and begin to seek your place before the heavens. Now, I want to call you by your name, but only you can tell me what it is. Write your first name in the comments, not as someone filling out a form, but as someone who places their own name before eternity to be seen and called by what they truly are. Leave your name marked here as a signature that you are ready to be recognized. Are you still with me? Feel the air around you. What you have been carrying is beginning to dissolve now, and you are realizing you are no longer the same person who started hearing this message a few minutes ago. What was read and what was felt is not just comfort. It is the restoration of your authority. Keep your focus. Do not allow any distraction to take you away from this place of connection, for we have not finished aligning your life with your true destiny. Stop everything you are doing at this very moment. Do not keep scrolling. Do not try to shift your attention to what is happening around you. I need you to understand that this message did not reach you by mere coincidence of fate or by a wrong turn. There is something very serious happening in the unseen, and you were drawn to this meeting point because time is running out, and what needs to be aligned in your life can no longer wait for even a single second. You have been feeling a tightness in your chest, a restlessness that seems to come from places you did not even know existed. And this is the clear sign that your soul is reacting to a frequency of change you cannot see but can already feel on your skin. Do not ignore this call. There are signs that repeat. You wake up at 3 in the morning, feel a tiredness that no sleep can erase, and notice that the people around you no longer speak the same language you do. What you call loneliness is, in truth, a process of cleansing. The heavens are pulling you away from everything that no longer serves you so that you can see the clarity that is coming. It is the number of confirmation for what is coming. Your fingers typing these numbers are your spirit saying yes to the transformation you have been asking for. Type 777 and come back to me, because what I have to tell you now is the foundation of this entire journey. You have been trying to carry the world on your back, solving problems that are not yours, and wearing yourself out on paths that always lead you back to the same place of exhaustion. But the truth, my dear, my child, is that you were created to be guided, not to carry the weight of the world alone. There is a living ember beneath the ashes of your hope. You have spent a long time trying to keep this flame alive in an environment that wanted to freeze you, but the ember still burns. If this image of the ember shining again touched a deep place in your soul, type the phrase, "I see it." Writing this is to seal within you the truth that your light never went out. It was just waiting for the right moment to be fanned. But listen closely, because there is a barrier. The enemy or the opposing force that has been trying to steal your peace knows you are about to overflow. It has used fear, scarcity, and the judgment of those close to you to try to make you stop. It wants you to believe your effort is in vain. If you feel that something tried to bring you down in the last few hours and failed, if you feel that despite everything your faith remains unshaken, declare your decree of protection now. Type in the comments, "Nothing can touch me." This is not just a phrase. It is a seal of authority you place over your life so that no opposing arrow may prosper. Type, "Nothing can touch me," and come back to me. I see your story. Are you still with me? Feel the air around you. If you feel that your structure is being renewed, type now, "I receive this renewal." It is your commitment that you will no longer allow tiredness to paralyze you, but that you accept the strength being poured over your life at this moment. type it, and come back to me, because the next step requires your complete readiness. Do you feel that something has changed? Do not stop now. Your identity is not what others say, nor what your past has tried to label you. You are something much greater, something that is being revealed in layers, like someone discovering a treasure buried within their own soul. If you feel that your essence is being restored and that your voice is finally finding its true tone, type the number 444. This is the number of divine stability being established in your life. Type 444 and come back to me for the final seal of our conversation. Take a deep breath one more time and type slowly the words, "I am the chosen one," not as a wish, not as a distant hope, but as the definitive confirmation of your position before the heavens. It is you recognizing what you already are, what you always were, and what you will be from now on. What you type is the seal of the entire experience, the mark that the message has found its final destination within you. I'm not here to teach you something new. I'm here to remind you of who you are. And who you are stands above any circumstance, any fear, and any barrier that was built against your happiness. You are the very answer you have so often asked for in prayer. Stop everything you are doing at this moment. Do not keep scrolling. Do not look for distractions around you. And do not ignore this warning that reaches you now. This message did not find its way to you by coincidence or by an error of chance. There is a specific reason this call has reached you exactly on this day, and the more you ignore what your spirit already recognizes, the more urgent it becomes. There is something being moved in the unseen, something you need to understand before this cycle closes, and I am here to tell you that the waiting time is coming to an end. You feel a tightness in your chest that has no name, an anxiety that arises without warning, and a tiredness that not even the deepest rest can cure. These are not just physical reactions. They are the signs that you are being prepared for a change that has already begun. If at least one of these signs has touched you and made your breath lighter, type the number 777 in the comments. This is the number of confirmation you have been asking for. Type 777 and come back to me, for we have much to discuss. You have felt like someone pulling on a rope that is no longer tied to anything, spending precious energy on paths that do not lead to your true purpose. It is as if you live in a constant repetition, where effort never translates into the reward your heart expects. But know this depletion is only the result of trying to carry what was never your responsibility. You are like an ember hidden under cold ashes. On the outside, it seems the flame has gone out, but on the inside, the fire is still alive, waiting only for a breath to rise again. If this image of the ember has fit into a place you cannot even explain, type now the phrase, "I see it." Writing these words seals within you the truth that has just been touched. I look at your journey and see the nights you asked yourself if your effort was in vain. I see your silent pain, the smile you hold up for the world while carrying the weight of so many people, and the loneliness you feel even when surrounded by many. You were not born to live merely surviving. You were born to overflow, but the fear of being misunderstood made you hide your light. Do not fear the shadow that tried to divert you, for it has already lost control over your destiny. If you feel that something tried to bring you down and failed, declare this now. Type in the comments, "Nothing can touch me." This is not an empty phrase. It is the decree of one who recognizes their place of protection. Type it and come back to me. Not as someone filling out a form, but as one who places their own identity before the heavens to be seen, to be recognized, and to be called. Feel your spirit align as you expose yourself this way, without masks and without defenses. And if you feel that what was said here is the truth that was missing, may your like be your amen without words, a silent agreement that what was revealed is exactly what you needed to hear. Someone came to your mind just now, did they not? That face of someone who fights in silence, someone who lives striving and still sees doors closed, someone who carries a weight that does not belong to them. Send this message to them, not as a suggestion, but as the delivery of what you have received. Do not keep scrolling, because what I'm about to tell you now crosses time and space to find you. This message did not reach you by coincidence, by chance, or by a wrong turn. There is a sacred purpose for you to hear this now, before the opportunity closes and the cycle you have been trying to break becomes even heavier. There is something you need to understand about the marks you carry and about the signs the heavens have been sending to guide your next step. You have noticed things that no one else sees. Perhaps it is that insomnia that wakes you up at the same hour of the night, or the sudden feeling of a chill running through your body when you least expect it. Perhaps it is those waves of emotion that take you over for no apparent reason, or conversations that once seemed normal and now sound like empty echoes in your mind. All of these are keys. If at least one of these signs has touched you, if your shoulders dropped as you read these words, type now the number 777. It is the number of confirmation from the heavens. I see your effort, but I also see how tired you are. You have been living like someone pulling on a rope that is no longer tied to anything, spending precious energy on paths that do not lead to your true purpose. Type it and come back to me. Now take a deep breath one more time and type slowly the words, I am the chosen one. You are covered. You are guarded. You are being guided. Right now, all over the world, other people are receiving this same recognition, becoming part of something greater that is not announced with fanfare, but is established in the silence of the soul. You are no longer alone. Attention!
Do you feel like you're carrying an invisible weight? Your mind tired, your heart tight, anxious about tomorrow? That anguish, that fear of the future, the isolation. It seems like you're alone in this struggle, without hope. But deep down, you long for peace, for a new way of living, lighter and with unshakable faith. That's why I present The Path to Inner Peace, your daily guide to finding calm, faith, and courage. It's a 30-day journey, a daily devotional for a lighter, more confident, and purposeful life. And this transformation is already a reality for hundreds, as you see. Your story begins now. Secure your access now. Click the first pinned link in the comments.